Hail the tribe of the internet. I am Mortis, and this is Scarlet Hollow. Today, we are going to spend most of our day looking for Stella because if you remember, at the end of the last episode, she ran off. And after that, we are going to visit Reese finally. I mean, we visited him yesterday as well, but today, we are going to visit him one-on-one, it's gonna be just the two of us. So yeah. Also, my throat is still not the best, so we are going to have a lot of tea breaks, and I'm sorry about that, but yeah, that's how it is. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, hope you're feeling okay. Tabitha too, still trying to wrap my head around what she did last night. That she was nice, because yes, she is a nice person. I haven't been able to get a hold of Stella today. How about you? You check your messages. There is nothing from Stella. Yeah, we can call her. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Just kidding, I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message, or don't. I never check this thing. I mean, you are... Stella, you are a YouTuber and you never check your phone, really? The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. I wonder who tried to reach her so many times that the mailbox is full. Text her, yeah. You good morning, hot stuff, no. Kind of worried, yes. Wayne, no. Anika and I are pretty worried about you, please respond. How's my favorite cryptid hunter? Or send a photo of a nervous puppy? No. Kanika and I are pretty worried about you. Please respond. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Undelivered, not even unread. So it's her phone is turned off, maybe? Haven't heard from her. I'm sure she's fine. What if she's in trouble? What if she's dead? Yes. She's just sleeping in. How are you doing? Everyone had a rough night. She's probably still shaken up. Vain, no. Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda, but with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. We should look for her, right? Come to town, we should stick together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Yeah, I just remember. You remember, in the previous episode, we stated that we are a dirty goblin and we are never going to shower again. And I love many things about this game, but this, in particular, it's one of them. Like, looky. You briefly think about showering before remembering the solemn vow you made yesterday morning to never shower again. You see? It was a decision that we made and we have to stick with it. We can never shower again. Once a person has decided they are a dirty goblin, they are a dirty goblin for life. But a hot one at that. I love it. Check the closet. Sure, you make your way to the closet. There is no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. I mean, nothing really changed, only the doll. But that's only because we don't have the key nitrate. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Visit the possum yet? Hey Dustin, Mom, with the 2 breads. You open? Yes, we open. Two opossums stare up at you. They both have a bread now. Yeah, that's nice. It is. Look how happy he is. With his black eyes. I love him. Wave. Hi. You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. Close it. Bye-bye. This is their home now, and there is nothing you can do to change that. I don't even want to. Downstairs, it's time to face your cousin. Oh, poor Debbie. Oh, look at the hair. Oh, and the wrinkles. Oh, I'm sorry. In the light of day, she looks even more physically worn than she did last night. Her blonde hair is streaked with white and fresh creases line her features. What? Accentuating her frown? I don't know. Jeez, have you showered since you've gotten here? I could smell you from the other room. Actually, no, I haven't. It's fine. There is more important things going on right now than your hygiene. They are striking. Oh yeah, the mine. This week of all weeks. As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Oh my God. Does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there is something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Talk about the Stella. What happened last time? Stella, no. Trapped kids. Any news about the trapped kids? We have confirmation of at least one voice down there, and the boys have been digging around the clock. I don't think it will be long before we can put all this unpleasantness behind us. Of course, that hasn't stopped that kid's mom from being on my ass non-stop. I'm doing everything I can, but she's the kind of person who needs someone to blame. And I'm an easy target. Sorry, Tabby. If the mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Now, I once said this line to her, and she really don't appreciate it. Talk about what happened last night. Ghosts are real. Do you regret? I mean, yes, look at her, yes. Should have let me take. No, why didn't you let me? Yes. I hope other people in town finally start treating you better. I do. Should have left. No. How are you holding up? Oh, these extra years. It feels good, doesn't it? Getting rid of something our family left behind like that. No. Why didn't you let me protect you last night? If our roles were reversed, I'd be asking you the same question. Aww. I care about you too, Tabby. I like you. I don't care about many people. Oh. I wasn't about to let you ruin your life over something you had nothing to do with. Look at her face. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope other people in town finally start treating you better. I do hope that, because you deserve it. They've already made up their minds about me. It doesn't matter what other people think, though. They don't know me. Yes. We don't. Talk about the strike. Yes, do you want me to help smooth things over? I'm pretty good at negotiating. People always help me out with stuff like this if I ask nicely. Yes, please. Oh, but we also have the mystical. Oh, it's a hard decision. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Can I not do both? Can I not? Oh, we should be hot. We are not using this trait enough. Yes. Wait, do you think that's because you are good at negotiating? Has nobody told you that it's because you're... never mind. It's because I'm hot. I know that. Look, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not sure that's the sort of thing you would be able to pull off. Even if they didn't already know you are my cousin, getting involved would be a great way to throw gasoline on a fire. This is my problem to fix. Your only job is to stay safe until the funeral is over. Oh, I can do both! That's great! Amazing God! The strike is just a symptom of the what in this place, Tabitha. If you don't tread the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. Cafe. Okay, yes, I know that we saw a literal ghost last night, but this is important, Mortis. This isn't just about me. This town relies on the mine. Look, it's not doing well. I wish I could pay people more, and I wish I could give them more time off. I just need some more time to pull things out of the fire. Oh, poor Tabby. I don't want to be the bad guy here. You got that, right? Of course I do. Of course I do, Tabby. I know that. I know that. I love you. Ditchlings, no. You shouldn't pro-union, but you know what the strikers even want. You should have seen this coming. Yeah, I'm with Tabby on this one. I'm totally with Tabby on this one. Usually I'm pro-union, but your mom just died. No, shouldn't care. But the mine doing well is the backbone of this whole town. Yes, you work hard too. No. Shouldn't they care about the mine doing well is the backbone of this whole town. That's true. Like, it's literally built on it. You would think, but some people are just short-sighted like that. It's fine. Hopefully this will all be over soon. Do you know what they want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they would be singing a different tune. Yeah, that's it. Return. Also, I'm drinking ginger tea for my throat, and it's very good. It helps a lot. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. No, but it's not exactly newsworthy. I'm sure she's just processing what happened last night. We weren't the only ones who were traumatized. And you are not too far off with this processing thing, honestly. Yes, you probably should get going, right? Yeah. I told. Long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? I will. I love you. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Yeah, I mean, I get that. The conditions in the mine are not the best. But at the same time, have you seen the estate? Have you seen how she lives? Like, it's not someone who is, like doing Dagobert stuff and just swimming in their money. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Can I pet Frou-Frou? Hi, Frou-Frou. Feel a bit quick PPG, but I cannot pet the cat. I would like to attempt to pet the cat, please. If Stella is MIA, who knows when you will get the chance to eat? You make yourself a PPG and in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. But what about the cat? No cat pet for me? It's time to head to town. Okay. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. Oh, looky! Oh, the ditchlings everywhere! Even there! Cutie everywhere! The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They are getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hi, Avery. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. How good this shirt is! Oh, I love it. This is so good. And I hope Tabitha gets some rest too. How is she today? Well, yeah, have you? Oh, wow. Wow, that's a long mystical. So have you heard about the strike? No? 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 Mystical. It's like a tiny part of her soul has been ripped from her body. She's acting like it's not a big deal, but I don't know if a person can go through something like that without it permanently changing them. And yet you were ready to jump in and take that bullet yourself, weren't you? Well, of course, because I like Tabby. And who knows, maybe she will get better. Who is to say how long ghost magic lasts? Maybe she just needs a little rest and relaxation. I honestly don't think that's how it works. So not a great time for her to be dealing with a big strike. Also, you know about it. But I guess there is no helping that. Workers gotta do their thing. Can't just wait till it's a good time for their boss. We can float. We can float. Should we float? Oh, but we can mystical as well. So good to see your lovely face first thing in the morning. Oh, Okay. So we are going for a Reese romance, but will he get? I mean, they get offended if we flirt them now, and later it's just going to kind of turn out that we are romancing Reese, or that's not how it's going to go. Well, I think we have to find out. So good to see your lovely face first thing in the morning, Emily. Right back at you. Right back at you. You were on my mind a lot last night. Oh, was I? I don't think I'll ever forget seeing the sunrise this morning. Not just because it meant I'd survived the night after all, but because it meant I was closer to being able to see you again. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Mystical. How do you feel now that it's a new day? Possession is the sort of thing that can leave a mark on a person's soul. Oh, thanks for asking about the state of my soul. I appreciate that. I'd be lying if I said it didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually. But hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. I mean, yeah. Ditchlings everywhere. How are you doing today? Have you heard anything from Stella? Yeah, there's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Avery turns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They are kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them, with their scrunched up little sharp-eye faces. Sharp-eye faces. Sharp-eye. What? Why are you hurting poor Sharp-eye? Why? So should I be worried about these things? I know they are a bad omen or something, but like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? Mystical. You need only feel what they foretell. Okay, cool, and dominoes, as long as being eaten alive isn't on the table. Unless they are foretelling a zombie invasion or something with werewolves, in which case I guess I'm still stuck with being eaten alive. I mean, this is your biggest fear, right? How are you doing today? Are you doing okay after last night? I'm great. It's something like possession. I kind of feel like there are more upsides than downsides. How so? There aren't a lot of people out there who can say they've been through something like that. It's a pretty cool badge of honor as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Avery is freaking weird, but I love him. Have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much, and I haven't checked with Vinny to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Well, why? I mean, this is so strange to me. Like, I'm not even her friend. I mean, like, real friend, like childhood friend, as Kanika or Reed. Like, why are you saying if I haven't heard about her, then that's bad? Like, why? Oh, sorry, Ticket. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Kanika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Wanna come? If it's okay with you, I was kind of hoping to have some time by myself. Let's head to town. No, you can come along. Absolutely. I told Vinny I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. Yeah, let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. You and I will start back down the path to town. Look how pretty she is! I like her dress. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Looky! Pretty! Mortis, you made it, and you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Better after seeing Mortis. Thank you. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it. But as of this morning, I've come around. Yeah, remember at the end of the previous episode, Sybil mentioned that Kanika has a cold. Kanika pauses and eyes you with skepticism and concern. Even with her cold, she can smell you. She can smell you even with her cold. Yes, Kanika, you have anything to say about it? I'm a dirty goblin now, but a hot one. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. Also, we are just not going to comment on it, I see. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. I can flirt with you as well. Oh, we are such a bad person. We are such a trash. Why? Why and why not at the same time? Oh, yes. You're stylish as always, even the morning after being trapped in a nightmare realm. Yes. That's really nice of you. Yeah, picking outfits is an important part of my morning ritual. It helps me get out of bed on tough morning. Oh my god, like this one. I can't believe I'm talking about fashion while Stella might be in trouble. I can't believe... Why? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, both of you, I'm sorry. Thanks though, you're sweet. Yeah, I am, yes. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation? Is someone managing the general store while we go look for Stella? I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. What does it have to do with me? Like, you and Tabitha, but you reached out to me. Like, what does it have to do with that? I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she will finally shed some light on things. Well, yeah, I'm supposed to see her. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole new age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. Yeah, I need to be focused. I can't keep having all these existential crises. There will be plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all of this? Annika sighs heavily. Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that until a few days ago I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there is a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kinda thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us? It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Mythical. Maybe my mystical powers will finally awaken into something more proactive. I'm sick of just unwillingly channeling spirits and knowing when something bad is going to happen. Maybe magic doesn't just awaken though. Maybe you need to find someone to teach you how to use it. Okay, who? Isn't it obvious? Your mom is a witch, Kanika. How else can you explain her rescuing all of us last night? Yeah. They have a good point. Yeah. My mom? No way. She's just a new age crystal and herbs lady. She's not... I mean, she couldn't be, right? I mean, after last night, anything is possible, and she did rescue everyone from the ghost dimension. Is someone managing the general store while we go looking for Stella? Mom and Mice can deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I could live with that. I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. I really don't understand this. I care more about finding Stella than I do about the ongoing what? This word? Between me and your cousin. And I'm not going out there alone because the last thing I want is to go missing while looking for someone who went missing. We do everything in groups from now on. But like, aren't we on good terms? Like, what does it have to do with Tabitha? Besides, after last night, what your cousin did went against everything I thought I knew about her, you see? It's definitely making me question if I actually know the real Tabitha or I've just been tricked into buying some front she puts up to seem intimidating. Yep. I don't like how much I've been forced to question my perception of reality lately. This sucks. Yeah. People shouldn't be judged by their family anyways. Whatever people may think of your cousin, it has nothing to do with you. That's also very true. I'm worried about Stella. Doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. I would be fine not looking for her at all. Are you all sure we need to go looking for Stella? She's a grown woman. She's allowed to be by herself if she wants. Yes. She probably... Okay, just dealing with complicated emotions. Yes. Let's not forget that Wayne threatened her last night. Yes, but no. Yeah, like, you can't... I mean, yes. You have to start looking for her, but these are all going to be explore options, so you could just skip this whole thing if you wanted. But yeah, let's not dawdle. I'm worried about Stella and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actively looking for her. Agreed, let's get to work. Where to first? So see, these are all explore options. You can't just skip it all and go to have tea with Kanika's mom. And if we would be able to give up years of our lives, so if Tabitha wasn't stepping in instead of us, then we wouldn't be able to go to all these sites, to do all these explore options, because we would be too old and tired. so our body couldn't handle all this going up and down and searching. But as we are young and strong, we can do all this. So yeah, let's go to Stella's house. Fine, yes. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today, just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Oh, Missy girl, the interior is cold, not just physically. There's enough sense of joy and life that leaves only a chill behind, the ghost of an empty house and the sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. Missy girl, I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the looks of it. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Cool, I'll be brave and go first. Thanks. Oh, what's that? What's that house? Like way back there. I haven't even noticed this until now. Who lives there? What's that? I wanna go there. When are we going to go there? Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but these are Stella's shoes, and these, with the cobwebs, is the parents' shoes. Yeah. And this is the little corner of Gretchen. May she rest in peace? Yeah. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm going to forget that you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Investigate the kitchen. How cute is the kitten? What even is this? Is it a sponge? Is it holding a sponge? What is it? I don't know, but I love it. And Gretchen? Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Is Stella's kitchen normally this messy? Looks normal. It's always this messy. I wouldn't call this messy. It's a little messy. If this is a little messy, I don't want to know what you would call my room. Her room, by the way, is amazing. I love her room. And everything goes right. I think I will be able to show it to you this episode. I wasn't judging. There is nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. They're getting off track. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile. Oh, we struggled with it. I mean, I struggled with this word earlier. I still don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, we are going to go with sterile to me. This feels a little too lived-in, if that makes sense. Though maybe that's just because I've only ever been over when she was already expecting me. Maybe this is just a rare peek behind the curtain at the real Stella. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. Yeah. Investigate Stella's room. Now this is messy. Like, what the hell? What? Oh, she has a Gretchen plushie. Oh my god. Also, what are these pictures? Why does she have these? Is this... What's this picture about? I never took a look at it. Someone is laying on the ground. What? I don't get it. But yeah, it's very, very, very messy. But she also drinks tea. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, is the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. I'd better not hear a single comment about this room being messy. Also, I just realized, but you can't see it very well anymore because Kanika's glorious buttock is covering it. But I have the exact same couch, like this one. I'm sitting in it right now, and it's not very comfortable to sit in for a long time. But I like the couch itself because this is the only couch where we can fit with the dog. Like both I and the dog can fit comfortably. So yeah, that's why I'm using it. I'd better not hear yes, being messy. Yes, I wasn't gonna say anything. I already did. Check her computer. We are going to do this one with Street Smart on our hardcore run because we can cover up secrets that way. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know. This sure looks like a room, and it's a mess. Do you think there was a struggle in here? It is a mess. I don't think there's any clues here. I know there are not any clues here. There aren't any clues here. Yeah, well, I mean, it sure looks like a room. I don't want to be too rude. I think you about summed it up. This is definitely a room. Yeah, nothing much to comment on. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. It could use a few more houseplants. I will put together some trimmings after we found her. Oh, she still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Oh, okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Okay, so maybe she came home last night. Maybe she didn't, but she's definitely missing. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We will find her. Where to next? We should go to the cops. I mean, we could. We can. We should because Duke are still alive. And Duke and Bo is going to be at the cop station. Should go to the cops. Are you sure? Nothing against the officers in Scarlet Hollow, but you met them, right? Do you think it's worth the trouble? Yeah. As unhelpful as they are, we are dealing with a missing person. That's cop stuff. It's probably going to be more of a formality than anything, but there is no point in not covering all our bases. Yeah, here they are. The police station is exactly what you would expect from a town the size of Scarlet Hollow. It smells strongly of coffee and faintly of aged furniture and paper, and the general tidiness speaks of a department that doesn't get much of anything done. But you're also not alone here. You enter to find Bo and Duke standing between you and the officer behind the desk. Now listen here, officer. Big Betty, you remember Big Betty is the pumpkin, was set to win a blue ribbon. I'm telling you, she was valuable property, not just some vegetable. We worked real hard to get her that big, raised her up from a seed. It's just not fair, officer, sir. Scarlet Hollow police are spread pretty thin at the moment, gentlemen. Any property disputes will have to wait. If needed, there is a dispute to be had. Are you sure it wasn't some animal? I'm telling you, I know who stole her. That no-good bastard Julius Treemine has been stealing what rightfully belongs to the Callaways for all his life. And you folks ain't done a lick of policing to put an end to it. Yeah, if you remember, Duke mentioned at the general store that they saw Julius, like, he didn't try to steal Big Betty, but he was on the property. So maybe he has something to do with it? I told you it was better off handling this ourselves, Daddy. Franklin seems to turn to you as you enter, though his impenetrable shades make it impossible to judge where he is really looking. Hey, I remember you from yesterday. You are the mayor's security guy. Yes. I'm a man of many hats, and all of them give me authority over you, so you best watch yourself. Where's everyone else? Haven't you heard? There is a nasty strike going on at the mines. Miss Scarlet's asked us to try and bring the temperature down a bit. And I drew this short straw for being stuck on desk duty. Bring the temperature down? Tabitha better not be union busting right after I started coming around on her. What? She is not union busting. She's just, you know, she's alone and her employees are many, so, you know. I'd rather not get into it right now, Miss Forsyth. Now, is there something I can help you with, or did you just come into the station to chit-chat? I came to chit-chat, honestly. I came to ask about... Weird question, but are you part of a call? No. What's all this about a pumpkin? Julius stole our Big Betty, so we came here to report it. For all the good that did us, Officer Franklin here wants so much as write down a note that there was a theft for when the real cops get back. Fine, if you want me to take notes, I will take notes, but there is no way to prove who the vegetable in question belonged to. If there is no documentation, it's your word against his. I'm starting to think you all are in cahoots with the bastard. What? What makes you think Julius stole it? You're poking a wasp's nest, Mortis. There is 100 years of history here. But what's the history, though? I want to know. He's been claiming Big Betty was his since day one, on account of he thinks it was planted on his side of the property. He's got himself confused about where the property line is, as always. We get our fair share of calls from Mr. Tremine as well, not that I'm at liberty to discuss confidential police information. I'd be perfectly willing to bury the hatchet if he weren't such a lying, pumpkin-stealing rat. You know, Julius is a friend of mine. He's a lot of things, and he's definitely a bit of a... Words! Kermachon? I don't know. I don't even know what it means. But I've never pegged him as a thief. I didn't know Julius ever talked to anybody. Talk is a strong word, but I like to think we have some kind of understanding. Why, he's not talking because he can? Like someone cut out his tongue? Why is this pumpkin so valuable? She was darn near 2,000 pounds. She was gonna get us a blue ribbon. And now we've already missed our chance. The judging was supposed to start today. And here we are, still stuck in the holler and short our prize winner, with Julius Tremine to blame. Yeah, but you weren't able to go to the what's this? The fair or whatever, to win the ribbon because of the ditchlings. So you know, does it really matter? He practically spits the name, and then he literally spits on the floor. He ain't even coming to his door to answer for what he'd done, just hold up like the coward he is. At the very least, he could give us seeds from what's left of her so we can try again next year. She was good stuck, our Betty. He's not even coming to the door? That's interesting, because I haven't seen Julius since Tuesday. He's usually in the diner every day. Not necessarily a big deal for a lot of people, but he never misses his morning joke. So maybe he isn't a thief. Could be something happened to him. Mark my words, the man's a thief. You got any other ideas about who would have stolen our prize pumpkin? That's what we saw behind Stella's house. Was that the farm, maybe? Beats me, I just don't think folks should be so quick to jump to conclusions. How do you even move a 2,000-pound pumpkin? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. It could have easily been a bear, a mountain lion, any large animal. We're no bear, we're hunting folk, we know the signs. This was a man's work, and that means it was Mr. Tremine. He knew just what to do to hurt our family. Your ice cold, Deputy Franklin. This is their prize pumpkin we're talking about. Can't you at least try to help them out? You want me to go over there and kick his ass? If you're related to Julius, why can't you just put your differences aside and get along? Someone's got to be the picker, man. Classic Southern family. I'm sorry you folks have to deal with this. I mean... I don't want to go there and kick his ass. I don't want to get into their family business. And these are like so nothing answers, so we're just gonna get with your eyes cold, Deputy Franklin. This is their prize pumpkin. Can't you at least try to help them? It's our job as police to remain impartial when it comes to the citizens of the town we protect. None of us have it out for Mr. Calloway or the Freeman. We're just doing what we can to uphold the safety and security of all residents of Scarlet Hollow. And you are doing a great job. You know, even if Julius didn't take Big Betty, it might be worth doing a welfare check. Look, kid, I would love to help, but the sheriff has a standing order to not step foot on the Freeman homestead. The man loves his booby traps. Is that so? So you've just been giving me and my boy the runaround all morning? Deputy Franklin shrugs. Those booby traps have never stopped me. I don't make the rules. You will have to take it up with Sheriff Hugby. If I may, sir, ain't that a mite bit cowardly of you? I thought police officers were supposed to be brave. That's right, you ain't even doing the bare minimum right now. This isn't about courage, big man, and this isn't about being lazy, Mr. Calloway. This is about public safety, and it's about the sheriff's judgment and authority outweighing my own. Look, I've been to Julius 100 times. I can tag along and make sure nobody gets hurt. Look, I will pass it along when he gets back, but he has his hands full right now. I can't make any promises. You'd better. Okay, weird question, but are you part of a cult? Are you? Cult? Like devil worshippers or hippies or some such made-up nonsense? There is no such thing, kid. Franklin lowers his sunglasses once again. His judgment against tells you he's considering whether you're a fool is sin. I know I'm not. But you know what I am? I am hot. And you can't do anything about it. You know, we only started getting weird calls when you rolled into town. Did you now? And weren't you present at the collapse the other night? We had a long discussion about you down here at the station after the dust settled. And would you mind sharing with me what your theories are, how I was the one causing the collapse? I'm very interested about that one. Maybe you're projecting. Maybe it's you who brought a full door peacefully to a town. Maybe I am. Stella ran off last night and she's still missing. Frequent tea breaks mean that I'm going to run out of tea very quickly. Yeah, Stella ran off and still missing. A missing person? Apologies, Mr. Calloway, but I'm going to have to handle this first. Deputy Franklin makes his way back to his desk, pulling out a few forms before returning to the front. If one of you could fill these out, please. I can take care of that. Thank you so much for taking this seriously, Mike. I know Stella has a tendency to go on hiking trips, but this feels different. Now hold on, you're gonna help them right away, but you're giving me the runaround? It ain't fair. Mr. Calloway, this may be a matter of life and death. I'm afraid it takes precedence over a minor property dispute about a vegetable. Poor Big Betty. You and I both know Stella's always tromping around out in them woods. It ain't something anybody needs to fuss over. Are you sure you can start looking like right now? She shouldn't be off on her own when there are so many ditchlings. No. You're probably right, Duke. Maybe we're just overreacting. We do. Thanks for taking this seriously. Come on, there's gotta be more you can do than just give us paperwork. Why did we even come here? No, thanks for taking this seriously. I take everything seriously. Duke scoffs. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? It looks like you're busy. We will be on our way. Less. Bye-bye! Annika has a completed report back to Deputy Franklin. Thank you, ma'am. I will get this filed right away. Good luck out there. I wonder, this being filed means you are going to clip it to these other ones? Like, are these missing persons as well? What are these cases? I'm interested. Also, Hero Cup saves kitten. You can't argue with that. They are all heroes here, saving the kittens. Then who is going to save me? I hope Miss Richmond is alright and you all find her soon. This department is biased, I swear. I'd almost say you all are in a league with Julius, but that would require at least some amount of competence. The Scarlet Hollow Police Department takes no sides in familial disputes. We are merely in pursuit of upholding the law, and we do a damn fine job of it, Mr. Calloway. Thanks again, bye. I still think you might be in a car. Oh. I mean, I really don't, but it's very funny. Oh no, yes, no, yes, I still think you might be in a car. And as a citizen of the United States, we are free to believe that, but I'd like to see you try to argue that in a court of law. You really think Franklin could be part of some cult that secretly runs Scarlet Hollow? That would be wild. He takes himself way too seriously to do that sort of thing. No, I really don't believe that, but it's just funny. As someone who's lived in this town my entire life, there is no way. For one thing, cult activity like what you're describing just doesn't happen. I've done my fair share of reading on satanic panics and so-called occult groups, and it's almost always totally made up. People constantly freak out about Satanists without realizing they are just a bunch of debate club nerds who listen to heavy metal. So instead of not being able to rely on the Cubs because they are part of a cult that secretly runs the town, we can't rely on them because they are just not that good at what they do. It's much less exciting. But either way, I guess it's up to us to solve the mysteries of Scarlet Hollow. Well, we will do a much better job anyway. Than the cops? Right, we will. Will it be good? No, I'm not sure. We are going to do a good job, but yes, we are going to do something. Where to? Oh, we can. Yeah, we should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he will know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I wouldn't call that brave. I would call that stupid. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the Ditchlings than some place that was that haunted. My mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? Because she's a witch. But how would she know that, you see, because she's a witch? Magic, probably, but there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. Yeah, it's gone, just like your mom said it would be. I guess Oscar must be back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what, steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find the scar. You make your way back towards the annex. Oh, and I also remember too late, but in the previous scene, when we are in the library, if you have talked to animals, then you can go upstairs when you met the mayor yesterday, I think it was yesterday, yes. And there are dogs holding a little meeting, and you can just walk in, talk to them, tell them Stella is missing. But as we don't have the trait, we couldn't even hear that they are talking upstairs. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. A mystical. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. That hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's supple and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of arms reaching out for me. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were last here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. I love Avery. Anika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's so good to see all of you. Please, come on in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do too much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hedge all night. Also, if you want to romance Oscar or Dr. Kelly, you have to give up years of your life. So you have to age to catch up to them, you know? Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. How's Tabitha this morning? Yeah, there's a strike at the master, so she's a little busy. She's grouchy, so her usual self. I'm worried about her. She's going to work herself to death. Yeah, she seems tired. I would tell you, but that woman is like a cage of suppressed emotions. I don't think even she really knows how she's doing. Who even cares? What? No, we didn't come here to talk. No. I'm worried about her. She's going to work herself to death. Yeah. Do you think she'd enjoy a fruit basket or something of the like? I feel terrible letting this good deed go unpaid, even if I know whatever I'm able to offer her is nowhere near what she would owe. Yes, please be nice to her. I will donate some stuff from the general store. I think I know what she likes. We can put a little basket together that she might not hate. Yes, please. I would like to be able to see that tomorrow that you give it to her. Yes. I can throw in some freebies from Winnie too. I've never seen her in the diner, but that doesn't mean a free breakfast would be unwelcome, right? Yes. She'll probably wind up throwing it all away anyway, but at least it might make me personally feel less weird and conflicted about her saving everyone last night. Yeah, that's a reason as well, sure. So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night, and we are trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? No. I really care about her. I do not. I guess that's a no. No. Would be asking if she had no. So I'm guessing that's a no. Yes. You would be right. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I should have done a better job warning her. No, Oscar, stop it. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were gonna be able to stop her. And you really warned all of us, so just stop it. Stop blaming yourself. Oh, the cat, yes. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she would react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was gonna get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. Yes. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not gonna be possible. You're only one guy. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. You think poor Oscar blames himself for Rosa's mom leaving them? Because he seems to blame himself for everything, really. That doesn't mean something bad happened. But it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sorry that I can't be more helpful, especially after everything you all have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what's happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an inciting event, right? I do. That's my thought too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Mortis got here. Kanika shoots Avery a glare. No, we are not throwing Mortis under the bus. What? There is nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Thank you. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there is definitely something wrong with saying someone's a magical catalyst. If people get the wrong idea, we're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to show her. To show! Like in Charles' show. Nobody's going to drag Mortis into witch hunt on my watch. I like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of town on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Mortis magicked a bunch of terrible disasters in existence. Thank you, Avery. I appreciate it. But if there is a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Mortis getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Portland died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she arrived. You see? This is why I think it's not everything that happens here is not because we came back, but maybe it has to do something with Portland's death? Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Portland passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known, so it was before Portland passed. But it's only the ghost that we know for sure that it appeared before Portland's death. So far. If there is a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. Are we sure the ghost is really gone? We've been finding the weird stones. Yes, stone seals. Wonder if it could be some cult. We are really on this with the cult. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. Oh yeah, we haven't met Pixel? Why haven't we met Pixel? It's because yes, it is because so if you don't give up years for of your life, or if Tabitha doesn't give up years of her life, then the ghost stays here, and Oscar and Rosa have to live somewhere else, namely the Maxwell place, the old Maxwell place. And if that happens, then during this episode, while you are going around, you can find Pixel on the streets being chased by a ditchling and eventually saved. So he's fine, the cat is fine, no worries. But yeah, that's I like that scene, honestly. I like that. Yeah, but we don't have that now, so you should go and check it out for yourself. But yeah, make sure Pixel stays inside. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? Yeah, the Anguished Doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get friendly with them or anything, I just think they are kinda interesting. To each their own. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalind would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. But she still has her leg. Come on. It wasn't that bad. It could have been way worse. I think there is something in the clinic. Yes, we are gonna go there. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. You're really not letting your cat theory go, are you? No, I'm not. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. No one in the local cause that could be responsible. I think the cops are in on it. Maybe it has something to do with the church and the pastor. And for all I know, you're all in on it. Yeah, I mean, the pastor and the church, yeah, they are shady. Maybe, let's throw it in. Maybe it has something to do with the church and the pastor. Okay, I would absolutely believe that Pastor Daniel is a member of some weird cult. Who else would be in the cult, though? Does anyone know any folks around town who are suspicious? For that matter, does anyone in town even regularly attend church? It's always seemed a little dead to me. I know most everybody in town, or at least everybody who comes through the diner with any regularity, and I gotta say, nobody comes to mind. Does it count as a cult if it only has one member? I mean, yeah. If that member is the pastor, yeah, maybe. His creep level counts for at least 3 normal cultists. Are you sure the ghost is really gone? I have every reason to believe so. There wasn't so much as a creaking door or mysterious draft all night. And I certainly hope this isn't wishful thinking, given the toll it seemed to take on Tabitha last night. Yeah. You're so brave for sleeping in here. I would have left and set the place on fire behind me if I were in your shoes, no matter if someone would wound up putting it to rest or not. I suppose I felt I've done enough running. I'd seen the worst it could do, and I was willing to risk it if it meant Rosalina wouldn't spend another night sleeping in a cot in the back room of a library. I mean, okay, let's just think it through for a minute. Which one is worst, you think? Which one is worst? Sleeping in the back room of the library, or the ghost coming back and putting you in his little pocket dimension again and puppeting you for eternity? Which one is worst, Oscar? Yes, we've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be more. We know that there is one more for sure. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? Yes. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there, but who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Mortis. Can we not look at it? Mortis, didn't you say you felt something similar to the mine seal outside the clinic yesterday? I hope that doesn't mean something weird is about to happen there too. Losing the only doctor's office in town seems like it would be bad. Here's hoping we sort things out before that becomes an issue. You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never a part of this house. But if we are all here, maybe we should go down and... Yes, I want to check it out. Oscar sighed. Take a closer look at that carving seal, whatever it is. Oh, heck yeah, it will be like checking out the behind the scenes of a haunted house the morning after. I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we've been doing, right? Ha, now that you mention it, yeah, I guess that wasn't the best analogy. It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there is something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day. Why though? I can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things. I really don't think this is a good idea. A mystical. The spirit is gone, but you can still feel a faint hum undulating from the basement. Imminent danger may not await you down there, but the stone remains active, if at least weakened. Who knows in what strange ways it might manifest itself. The spirit is gone, but I can still feel something calling out from that place. I don't know what risk it may pose, but we shouldn't go down there. I mean, shouldn't we? But we have another. Yeah, the spirit is gone and all that remains are dust and bones. Going down there poses no imminent risk. Yes, because I want to go down there. That's reassuring. If you're going to trust anyone's instincts on this, it should probably be yours. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. Heck yeah. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosa's room. Oh, hi everyone. What are you doing in my room? I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we... No! If you're going down there, I'm going too. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We are in this together. You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets. Oh, will you remember this no more secrets bullshit when you're gonna get a bit older, you know, like proper teenager and start to do shady stuff and dating shady people? I'm just asking, girl. I'm just asking. Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish? Sylvia said that the ghost is gone. I really don't think there's anything to be afraid of down there anymore. Just give me a moment to move all this out of the way. Oscar gets to work moving the furniture from the trapdoor, his broad shoulders making quick work of it. Before you and your companions know it, you find yourself transfixed to the trapdoor. Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat, though Avery's might have skipped a beat out of excitement rather than fear. But none of you are swept up into a ghost nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside Rosa's window. See? Nothing to be worried about. Yeah, like... you can see on his face. He knew it all along, right? It's not... No, yeah, he knew nothing would happen. Yeah, that's the face of confidence right there. The slight tremor in his voice tells you he's mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? Yeah, I take it back. I'm good staying up here while you all take a look down there. I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit. Descend. You descend the basement stairs and find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place you were in last night. Aminty girl. The hum is still faint, but it's louder here. You take a deep breath and push it out of your mind. Well, I guess whatever we're looking for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look. Oscar walks up to the burial site, eyes widening as he peers inside. Stare into it. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy cold stone acting as his coffin. Mystical. Strange power emanates from the carving. It feels like some living thing, a darkness preserved in stone, buried out of sight and away from any eagle hand. Or at least that was the intention, but power like this can't stay buried forever. Charlie? He looks so small. Dang, Charlie, Mortis's grandma really did a number on you. Nobody touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. Haven't Sybil told us that she's going to get a proper burial for Junior? Didn't she? At least in the movies. And hey, we disturbed his body and he hasn't come back for a sequel. Confirmation that he's gone for good, right? I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep tonight. Does that mean you will let me sleep in my actual bed? Whoa, let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock. What do we think? Wolves encircling a goat. It's a start. What was in the carving in the mines? A circle of arms bound up in chains. Stella took a photo of it. Not that that's helpful right now, but maybe once we find her, she can send it to you. Interesting. I'm sure the description will be more than enough to get started. Can I help? I want something to do. I'm tired of just waiting around. Sure, you can help. We should destroy this thing. I've seen enough time to go. You can look at it all you want. I'm done with this place. I think we should destroy this. Because in the previous episode, when we saw how Junior died, then he said that... did he said? Am I remember it correctly that he wanted to destroy these stone things? And there was the poet as well. What? the poem. I'm sorry. So yeah, I think we have to destroy it because that's how we are going to be able to undo the whatever thing that that Enoch did. I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, but we should destroy it. Yes. Are you sure about that? That carving is one of the best leads we have. That thing stole our house. That wasn't the stone, Rosa. I suppose it did, and we do have a photo reference to work with. Okay, I will give it a go. I will do some research. Maybe we can use some sort of acid on it. You and the others make your way back up to Rosa's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes the trapdoor and moves the pile of furniture back in place. So, did you all get possessed or cursed or anything? No, but we did see a dead body. Close enough. Glad I stayed put. I'll be back to check in on you in a minute. I've just got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. You, Nick, and Avery follow Oscar back to the living room. So I have more than enough to get started on my research now. But is there anything else I should know about? Yeah, there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday and I could feel something pulling me towards it. Right, I'd almost forgotten after everything that happened yesterday. You said there was something there that reminded you of the mines, right? I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic. There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house? He might want to stay someplace else for now, if the last few nights are any indication. Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text. I want to be able to do that. Why can you text him and I cannot? Why? But I don't know if his mom will let him leave. Yeah. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude. Poor dude. And she's probably even more of a skeptic than I am was. Misty girl. There's only one. Misty girl. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back there soon enough. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of the clinic though. And it's only getting stronger. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, nope, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. We should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Yeah, search for Stella. Yeah, sounds like you got something work to do now. We should get back to looking for Stella. Yeah. It sounds like you've got something to work on now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I do. Thanks for the lead, Mortis. See you around, Oscar. See ya! Let us know what you find. I will. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Yes, I have many. We should go to the mines. I want to check on Tabby. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin. I can't say I get it, but it's definitely something she would do. You don't see it? Oh, come on. The two of them have such a dynamic, classic dog and cat situation. Come on, I will drive us. You follow Kanika to her van. It isn't long before you find yourself outside the Scarlet Mines. Ooh, how many are there here? A wall of bodies, picket signs, and megaphones in hand forms a human barricade around the entrance to the Scarlet Mine. Loki. Scarlet, more like toilet. Wow, how creative of you. Better hours now, or none at all? I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mine. Wow, I mean, these are your signs. Let me assure you that all of these signs are totally true to almost every Hungarian job you can ever get. So shut it. Of all of, yeah, yes, we already read that. Is this a strike? They're striking? Why are you acting so surprised? We talked about this today at least 3 times already. Some miners were talking about it in the diner yesterday, and it looks like they managed to convince almost everybody to join up. The collapse must have been a breaking point for a lot of people. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go back underground the day after kids were trapped in a mine collapse either. I'm never stepping foot in a mine ever again. But I can't believe I'm about to say this. I kinda feel bad for Tabby, you see. First her mom dies, then there is a big disaster in the mine, then everything that happened last night. It doesn't change the fact that she pushed her workers to their breaking points, but I bet it wasn't that great to wake up to. No, I get it. You two may have your differences, but she's a human being just like the rest of us. I'm sure she's trying her best. She does! I guess you reap what you sow. It's not secret that the miners are overworked and underpaid. She could have listened to them and changed things before it came to this. It's time Tabitha stopped taking her workforce for granted. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they are in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple of days a week. They will be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabby's cousin, though? Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. Davis. Who is Davis? Are you Davis? I think, yes. You might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. Hail and welcome, fellow countrymen. What goes on here? Oh, yes, please, yes. How goes the strike? Shouldn't you be taking those kids out? No, hail and welcome. Why? Why? Oh, what goes? Yes. The miners stare at you. A strike. What are your grievances? We'd like competitive pay, 8-hour shifts instead of 12 or more, improvements to the sick day and vacation policies, and a thorough safety inspection before any of us step foot underground again. The collapse was way too close to the active mine for me to feel safe down there until I know for sure I won't wind up buried under 2 tons of rock. This place is supported by the labor of folks who are too desperate for work to care about the conditions they work under. Yeah, but have anyone forgot that this collapse was in an abandoned mine? You know, that you weren't supposed to go into? Like it was out of use because of a reason? It runs them ragged, then spits them out when they are too broken to keep going. I've seen it time and time again. We are going to change things. There is no reason we should be treated like we're a disposable workforce. I mean, I feel you guys, really, yeah. If we are the ones making our money, we should be making money too, not just scraping by. But she doesn't make money, that's the point. I mean, have you seen the mansion? Like, that's a lot of grievances. Working here seems tough. Yeah. Do you think Tabitha can even make those changes without the mines going under? Yeah, you see, he gets it. I'm sure she can figure it out. I'm not saying she's not a bad boss. People clearly aren't happy with her. But coal is getting used less and less, and I've seen that old Scarlet house. It's practically condemned. It is. If she has money to spare, where is it going? Yes, yes. I really didn't peg you as someone who would go to bat for Tabby. I'm not. I'm just trying to get the full picture here. As you should. And if the mine fails, I don't see how Aunt Winnie's diner doesn't fail with it, and the whole town. Okay, but that's the whole problem. A single family shouldn't be able to hold an entire town hostage. The workers need to stay in the business. Yeah, but what about... Okay, hear me out. What about giving some other, foundation, some other legs to your town that it can stand on? Like, if our family, the Scarlet family, is the only one keeping up the town, and, the family business let's say, goes under because we are not able to keep it up anymore, then who is going to keep up the town if we are all relying on the mines solely? You know, I mean, I don't know if you see the problem here, but it's not the mines. It's the town not being able to function without the mines. And it's not Tabby's fault, really. Fair enough. Talk to my phone. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. You are all just being greedy. Tabitha works hard for her money. Yes. Years of her last night. Yeah, no. Had this coming poor Tabitha. She has had a tough week. And behind you folks, 100%. I have no horse in this race. Isn't it a bit of an escalation? Leave it at that. Okay, if you want to get in, so we have to play it nice, you know, so they will let us through to speak to Tabby. That's it. Look, I just need to talk to my cousin. I'd be happy to pass along your demands. I'm not sure we should be involving the boss's cousin in any negotiations. Yeah, it would be a bad look. If you want to try and push her to the table, that's one thing, but you should leave the demands to us. Any words about the kids stuck in the mine? We've heard voices, so we know they are alive. At least one of them. Now we just have to get them out. They're alive? That's amazing! They must be so scared down there. We've got a team working in shifts to reach them as fast as we can. We may be striking, but that just means we are not making the boss any money, not that we won't do everything we can for kids who need us. You are not making the town any money. I don't know if you understand that. Can we visit the dig site? No way. There is a ton of dangerous equipment there, and the men working to rescue those kids don't need any more distraction. It's bad enough having parents breathing down our necks. They are making the job that much harder. They have every right to be at the dig site, but that one woman, yeah, Karen. Becca's mom, yeah. They are being hassled enough as is. Why are the cops here? Miss Scarlet requested we supervise the situation. The mine's the source of a lot of jobs in town, and she just wanted to make sure nobody did anything hasty while expressing their concerns. That's a polite way of saying that they are here to intimidate us. A little reminder from the boss that she owns more than just the coal mine. Simmer down, nobody is here to intimidate anyone, but the Scarlet mines are private property. Miss Scarlet has every right to request some oversight during the tense situation. There's a lot more of us than there are of you. Who is threatening who right now? Smith? Who is Smith? Is it a police officer? I don't know who is Smith, honestly. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? Yes, that's her. We haven't seen her, and we've been out here all day, so we would know if she would come by. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Can't say we'll be much help though. We'll just be standing around here for the foreseeable future. I need to talk to Chubby. Sure, you may be the boss's cousin, but you seem harmless enough. Go ahead. Thank you! I don't care if they are okay with you going in. I'm still not crossing the picket line. Besides, I don't think Tabitha would be too happy to see me. I'll just wait by the van while you go talk to her. Okay. Same, everyone who works here is a regular at the diner. I don't want to make things weird. Yeah, okay. See you on the other side. It's quiet today, empty beyond the ruckus at the front gate. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. Visit the dig site, yes? Now that you're inside, you're free to examine the dig site. The dig site is busy, massive reels bore into the earth as parents and residents tensely wait for any sign of progress. You there! No, you there! You were with Tabitha Scarlet yesterday. You're her long-lost sibling or something, right? Yeah, sibling, yes. Whatever you are, I need you to march into her office and tell her to come out now. Alex's family and I have been out here since yesterday morning. My child is down there and Miss Scarlet has barely ever made an appearance since she stood around doing nothing yesterday. And what are you doing here exactly? Guess she's too busy hiding from her own workforce to come out here and let us parents know when our children might be rescued. Sorry, I don't think Tabitha will listen to me, no. Sorry for what happened. I'm really not sorry. Please don't yell at me. I have nothing to do with this. It looks to me like folks are working pretty hard to dig them out. I don't know how helpful it would actually be for Tabitha to be out here. Get off my cousin's back. We tried to drag those kids out of the mine the other night, and they decided it was a good idea to run off. That's true. She's doing everything she can to hold this town together. No. They decided it was a good idea to run off. You should teach your daughter some manners and not yours, because your manners are like non-existent. Don't you try and turn this around on the children. I'm turning it on you. If my Becca put herself in danger, it's probably because all of the adults down there gave her a good reason to. Yeah, there were no adults around when they went down there. You do realize that. I'm telling you, Nancy, the fellas on the rig are giving us the updates as they come in. Becca's dead over here. There's nothing Miss Scarlet could tell us that they don't already know. I know you want to give her what for, but that's not gonna change what's going on up here. Even my own husband is too scared of this woman to stand up for our family. You know, it's not Becca's fault. I mean, it is, but we are going to blame this on the father. Because... No, we have to say this. Your kid is the one who broke into an abandoned mine. I think that... No one's fault. No. She's doing her best. Phone calls. Praying for you all. I'm not. Becca's fault. She's lying there right now, you know. Yeah, but your kid is the one who broke into an abandoned mine. What kind of heartless person just says something like that about a 15-year-old girl? And actually, Becca's dead. Wasn't it you who told her it was safe to go down there in the first place? Right, Dad? I'll have you know I said no such thing. Oh my God, it's true, isn't it? You said it was safe, didn't you? I'd been in a few times as a kid. It always seemed sturdy. I just figured that if it had stood that long, what were the chances there would be another collapse? Yeah, like a responsible dad would, right? I know I shouldn't have, but I can't change the past. What matters is she's still alive and we are getting her out of there. I hope she's not. I mean, I'm sorry, but I really hope that Alexis survives and Becca dies. Because, you think it's gonna be like a Wendigo situation? Like, there are two of them trapped down there, and Tabitha said they have a confirmation of at least one voice, which means that one of us is still alive, but maybe the other one died or was still alive. We will never know. I mean, we'll know in the next chapter, probably, hopefully in the next chapter. Yeah, and the one who stayed alive, hopefully Alexis, ate the dead one, hopefully Becca, and became a Wendigo. I really want that to happen. I don't know if it is what's going to happen, but I want that to happen. I can't believe you. I need to have some words with my husband. You just find your cousin and tell her I expect to see her here immediately. Becca's mom turns and leaves. At Tabitha's office. You leave the dig site and make your way back to Tabby's office. The thing is, I knew it's gonna be a long episode, and I think it was maybe a mistake to start to record it with my throat. I mean, in the current condition of my throat, because my tea have almost run out, and we are not even through the half of it. But it is how it is now. Yes, you can just enter and then you can hear more of the conversation that she's having inside, but we are going to knock on the door. You walk up to Tabby's trail and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. We are going to knock again. You knock again. Oh, for the love of... The door swings open. Oh, it's you! Yes, hi! Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. The thing is, I can't remember. Oh yeah, you were a bit of an a-hole to me, right? But I want to get the other guy fired. Zach? I think Zach? What were you two talking about? I don't care. Do you have a minute? It's important. I don't care about the strike, I just came to see you. Do you have a minute? It's important. I can make some time. Thank you. Should I? I already said you can leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk more later. The door clicks closed as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget you saw anything, okay? I can handle this on my own. I'm not going to undermine you, we are good. I'm sorry, I don't think I can be on your side for the strike. I talked to some of the miners. Their demands aren't too bad. Yes. Tabitha, I don't know if we can be friends if you break the strike. No, we are good. We are good. I'm not going to undermine you. Thanks. I'm glad we can have each other's backs. This whole thing is kind of new to me. Aww. I'm sure you didn't come all the way down here to talk about the strike. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. Do you think they are going to be able to get those kids out alive? Don't ask me things like that. I have no way of knowing. They aren't far from the surface, so the drill should reach them soon. But no one knows what the conditions are like down there, or if they are hurt, or even if one of them is dead. I'm just doing the best I can and hoping it works out. Yes. Because Mom is expecting you to make an appearance. I know she's going through a lot right now, but she's a real bitch. Yeah. Right, that woman puts Pearl to shame. Thanks for saying that. This hasn't exactly been an easy situation to deal with. Yes, Stella is still missing. We've been looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Tabitha groans. You don't think... Wayne? No, I know it's not. It was an empty threat. He's not gonna follow through. There wasn't evidence that he had been in her house or signs of struggle or anything. Wayne is my friend. He's not. It wouldn't hurt the people I care about. Yeah, sure. She'll turn up. Pretty sure she just needed to be alone. Yes, but no, there wasn't evidence that he'd been in her house or signs of struggle or anything. How do we know she even went home last night? She ran off in the opposite direction. Stella's been known to disappear for days while she's doing her videos, but I think we both know that's not what's going on. Also, sorry for all the background noises. It's my dog dragging his bed around. You know, he has to be comfy, okay? So, yeah. I will see if I can figure something out. I see you tonight. Do you have time to hang out later? I miss you! You do? Yes. You're not joking? No. Why would you think I was joking? There's so much on my plate right now. But I will see you tonight. Maybe we can have some ice cream or something if you want to spend time together, I mean. Yes! So we can have ice cream with her after we ate her ice cream, you know. But we ate ice cream alone back there, and this is gonna be a romantic ice cream eating experience. So yeah. Tabitha's phone buzzes. I'd better get back to work. Stay safe out there, Mortis. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? Huh. We couldn't talk about... Oh yes, because we knocked twice. We didn't get the option because we haven't heard the conversation between them. But if we would just come in, or knock only once and then come in, we would have heard more about the conversation, and then we would know that she's trying to kick someone out, and we could convince her not to do that, like to keep all her employees and don't kick anyone. But that's it. We haven't heard it, so yeah. Come if you run into more troubles, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? But technically, I'm not going to look for trouble. I don't need you going missing too. Aww. You leave the office, closing the door behind you. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. It feels like we've done our due diligence here. Come on, I'll drive us back to town and we can figure out our next move from there. Where to next? Let's check out the diner. No, we should check out the church. Also, if we would have checked out the diner before going to the strike, then we could... can we do it still? Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we will run into someone who has seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. Oh no, I think you can still convince some of the miners to not get involved in the strike. The diner is busier than you've ever seen it. The small booth packed with miners. So I guess this is where the miners are setting up shop. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you would be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie, Stella's gone missing and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize, and I can't say I have. I've been a little preoccupied. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. Do you need any help? No, Sal and I can handle this. One of your friends going missing is more important than a busy shift. The miners didn't even notice you entered the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you easily overhear. I guess the shift schedules are pretty brutal, and I'd like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays, and better health benefits would be amazing. But what if she decides to fire all of us? Should we be worried about you-know-who being here? Becker, I'm gonna remember you. You-know-who? Nah, I wouldn't bother. I got a call from Smith. Apparently, she was poking around the mines earlier today, but it sounds like she's genuinely got our back. Aww. I don't know. What if it's a trick? What if Miss Scarlet hears about the stalking and fires me? You're only a year or so into the work, and trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you are just unhappy, but you figure you can weather it till you find something better, and paycheck's a paycheck. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers, and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. Again, it sums up almost every Hungarian employee, so yeah. But we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck, I can't get fired. And the company housing, that makes a big difference for me. Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had maintenance done in decades, taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure as shit ain't going towards property tax and upkeep alone. The company housing, that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. That's also true to Hungary. Like, you can't really afford to buy a house to live in. We have numbers on our side, Harry thought. After what happened up there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. She can't afford to lose us all. We have the power here, so long as we are united. No, I don't want to poke into the strike. Especially that we haven't heard what they were talking about with Tabby and Rodriguez. So we're not going to tap into this. Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The miner starts towards the doorway, all eyes staring at you like deer in headlights. The YouTuber? No, we ain't seen her. As you can see, we've got a lot going on today. We'd appreciate it if you didn't butt in. A minute ago you just said I was cool. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. I guess you should get going. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to get into this. You turn and leave the diner, Raven and Kanika trailing close behind you. Still no sign of Stella. We should check out the church, yes. The church? Why? I see what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with evidence of the afterlives, so she might try getting into all that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right, there is no point in not being thorough. I wouldn't mind stocking up on some holy water while we are there too. Seems like a good idea to cover all our bases at this point. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing, but I'm sure Pastor Daniel would pretend to bless some water if it meant keeping us around a little longer. That's good enough for me. Let's not linger though. I don't want him thinking we are possible converts. Kanika leads the way, taking you up the gradual slope towards the church. Also, here is Wayne, sneaking around the church. And the alpaca. And I believe this bump here is the hole, what we saw at the end of the first episode, in that little outro movie thing with the glowing eyes. I think that's this thing. You know, I've lived here for a few years now and I've never actually been to the church. That's probably for a good reason. Where is that weirdo? My, 4 visitors at once on a Thursday. This is unprecedented. But there are only 3 of us. Oh no, we were followed by a ditchling. We were followed by Wayne. We were actually. Sup, old people? Old people, what the... Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dude. I wanted to see if fate had any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. It takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart. But which Lord exactly are we talking about? Like, I'm not saying you're talking about, like, you know, some demon or satanic stuff, but Lord can mean anything. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night and no one has seen her since. We are starting to get pretty worried. We hoped maybe you or Jenny had seen her. I can't speak for Jenny, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you would like to talk to my wife, she is just over by the alpaca. That alpaca. Though, Mortis, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. What do you have to say to her that you can't say in front of us? Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter. It's alright, we can get the juicy details later. I'd rather folks not pry on this. You know how rumors get started. It's okay, I'm happy to talk to him. What do you have to say to me that you can't say in front of Kanika and Avery? I'm not talking to him in private. Yeah, it's okay. I'm happy to talk to him. If you're sure. I guess we will leave you to it while we check in with Jamie. We'll be right over there by the fence that's conveniently in your line of sight, okay? See you in a minute. Your friends head off towards Jenny and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come up to visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there ready to help them, if only they would let Him into their hearts. The pastor's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Okay, good, they're gone. You are new in town. What kind of impression did I make? Oh, you am I creepy? No, you are not. I mean a bit, but not too much. It's because of your background music and Wayne in the background. That's all. That's all. But you're fine. A misty girl. Whenever I see you, it's like this ominous little piano starts playing. Which one is playing right now? You mean the ominous little piano? You're talking about a metaphorical piano, right? Because I can't say I've ever heard one following me around. I can hear it do the right. It wasn't always like this, you know? Believe it or not, before I moved to Scarlet Hollow, I used to be pretty popular. I was one of the cool kids over at Harvard Divinity School. He's interrupted by the sound of a snapping twig and the high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge at the property. Tulip, come out of there. You know you are not supposed to play in the woods. Okay, so if you have talked to animals, this conversation with the pastor is way more interesting. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good? Or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go have Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. She's been trying to run off into the woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us that they want her to go out there, like the word of some fictional creature she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garbage. Okay, so if you have talked to animals, then he says that they are probably rats in the church, and Tulip talks to the rats, so she also inherited the ability to talk to animals. But she's 7, of course she would get some funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally around the big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all of that junk. Oh, tetanus lake! Stella told me about it. Tetanus lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip would stay away if I started calling it that, or if it would only make it sound more alluring. Does she even know what tetanus is? How big a trash dump are we talking? Would a weekend of hard work clear it out? Maybe if you had construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it. That's what you were saying about imaginary friends. Stella and her friends used to play out there all the time and none of them got sick or died. Let the kid have some fun. The trash heap sounds awesome. No. What were you saying about imaginary friends? Oh, she's just been talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her friend. There's nothing to be overly concerned about except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Kanik and Avery walking back to the two of you. They must have finished talking to Janie. What little Tulip is there as well? Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we would better get going. Thanks for suggesting we head up here, Mortis. We got to feed the alpacas. They were so cute and soft. It was awesome. I would like to be able to pet them. And Janie says she will come by the diner with cookies for the miners and a few extra for me, of course. I hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I will let you all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I will put in some good prayers with the big man for her. Alright, thanks. See ya. Bye-bye. Kanika and Avery start back down the path to town, and you follow. So, what was that about? He seemed pretty insistent on talking to you alone. Yeah, he didn't say anything weird, did he? Nosy, aren't you? No? He wanted to know why everyone in town think he's creepy. Everyone's so mean to him. He's a nice guy. I don't know. Phillips apparently made some weird imaginary friends. We might want to check it out later this week. I want to check it out later this week. Kids make up imaginary friends all the time. Let's not get too distracted until we find Stella, though. Where to next? As you consider your next step, you remember your appointment with Sybil. She seemed to be confident last night that Stella would be okay. Maybe she will be able to help you find her. Hot. And she gives you free tea. She's so nice. I don't know why it's a hot option, but she is nice. Mythical. You have to see her. She's the thread tying everything together. But at the back of your mind, you can't help but feel as if there is more than just fate drawing you to the tea room. You should talk to your mom. I'm supposed to have tea with her today. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles or herbs or protection or something, which might actually work. Who knows? Guess there is only one way to find out. Let's do it. Also, Luki, she, Kanika, seems completely fine. She didn't have anything going on this whole day. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella is missing and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. So what cold are we talking about? Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Mortis about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to her. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. You do really not feeling well? You do? Bye, Mortis. Bye-bye. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. Mystical. Something isn't right here, but it's hard to put it into words or pin it down into thoughts. I'm so sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Mortis and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Oh, you're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask. Are you a witch? As flattered as I am that you think I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us. We would be cool about it. I will leave you all to your non-supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, Mortis. Bye-bye! They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Yes, follow her. You don't even get the chance to tell her you are not wanting to come in with here. What? To come in here with her. Yeah. So you don't get the chance to say you don't want to do the reading. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a silver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Maybe Vivian joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrus. This word, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea you sampled with Avery the diner on Tuesday. I will be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Yes, sip the tea, sure. Take the tea, sipping it delicately. The this smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. Yummy. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Misty girl, it's soothing beyond what you would expect out of ordinary tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. So how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. Quit yanking me around, you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. No. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it, unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I've always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Portland was a lot like her great-grandmother, Edwardine, who killed Junior, which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Portland and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. So Edwardine raised Portland and our mother. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The others died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? That's a good question. I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Yeah, because before Edwardine there was Enoch and Silas. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping time and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. So you know what's going on here, I'm sure. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. What about having a baby? And Tabitha also said that she she haven't said it directly, but she suggested that she wants a baby, but she couldn't have one, and maybe it's not because she didn't have a partner, a husband or a boyfriend to make her pregnant, but because of some other reason that she don't want to have a child, because something mystical. Finish the tea, yes. You close your eyes and take another sip and then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it. The small cup empty, save for what's left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Oh good, glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. I'm gonna drink my tea as well. Now, on to business. Sibylla takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty. In this order, just curious. And the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there is a central figure here. A cat. A cat? Am I? An enemy lurking in plain sight. Oh, I may be my own enemy then. Mystical, I'd like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. It will probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look. You take the cup, staring down into it. Yeah, can you see? Yes, hourglass and cat and I don't remember what were the other things. No, I can see nothing, honestly. It just leaves. There is no pattern, nothing swimming together in the dregs of your tea to give you any warnings or premonition. After a long moment, Sibylla takes the cup back from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even for someone with your propensities. She winks conspiratorially. Yeah, because you know I'm a witch too. Oh, the cat's gonna be Pixel, yes, or maybe Frou-Frou. Oh, no, it's not Drac, is it? Those are the three cats I know. Yes. Tabitha, Wayne, Stella, Kanika, Oscar, Reese, Avery, Dr. Kelly, Daniel. How do I know you are not the cat? Oh, it's really interesting though. How do you know you are not the cat? That's ridiculous. Sybil is helping you. And if she was the cat, why would she warn you about herself? Pick someone else. I would like you to remember this, like write it down. Take a note here as well, because this is gonna be important. Mijika, that isn't you though, is it? Ignore it and speak your mind. Oh, we can? I thought we can because we drank tea, but sure. How do I know you are not the cat? Or maybe you have to have the mystical trait. Yeah. So if you don't have the mystical trait, then you don't realize these aren't really your thoughts. And you are just gonna be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pick someone else because, yeah, it's ridiculous. And if you have the mystical trait, I thought we weren't able to do this because we drank the tea, but actually it seems like we can. It's enough if you have mystical. I suppose you don't, though I think the cat wouldn't exactly warn you about itself. No, but it can try to mislead me. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even the old woman with the tea obsession. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Judging by what you told me last night, those stones, carvings, seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself, it seems like your best course of action is to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with information. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. But another in the clinic, bad stuff always happens around them. You shouldn't seek out more of them, those stones need to be left undisturbed. Bad stuff always happens. What happens around these stones might not be anywhere close to what could happen if we let danger encroaching on both you and this town act unopposed. The ditchlings are multiplying every day. This is all going to come to a head, and it may just be a question of how prepared you are when it comes. Learning whatever you can could save your life, even if you're faced with more ghosts or ghouls along the way. Thank you. Yes, now I'm prepared to face more ghosts and ghouls. Thanks. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Even though you know the answers. You helped last night. Why did you come with me? I may have been able to see through that spirit's illusions, but I'm not some kind of all-powerful entity. I'm an old woman. I have trouble with my knees, and my eyesight isn't what it used to be. In most situations, I would be more of a liability than a helpful companion. Imagine if I had been in those mines with you. Some use I would be, struggling to climb over rocks and ladders, throwing my back out from all the crouching. That wasn't helpful at all. All you did was look at some reeds and tell me to go put myself in danger. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything. Thank you. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sibyl gets up from the table and you are escorted back to the door. Bye-bye! And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. I don't trust you. Sibyl closes the door to the tea room. The bars of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Talk to my... Is your mama a witch? Is she? Yeah, she's way too obvious about it if you ask me. It's pretty cool though. Confirmed, she's a witch. Ghosts are real, Kanika has a cult, you see weird rocks. You see any weird rocks around? No, I'm done hanging around rocks after that whole thing in the mine. Oh, Kanika has a cult, huh? Yeah, I guess. Why? Do you like my sister or something? I do. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't thought about it much. I mean, I don't like her. I'm just worried about her. You shouldn't be. Yes, we don't. Check in on Kanika. You're not going anywhere before checking in on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. Knock. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Mortis, what's up? Can I come in? My mom was right, and I probably shouldn't push it or I win the relationship. We can't go in, but I wanted to go in. Was I not nice enough to you? I wasn't flirting hard enough. I wanted to go in. Your room is so cool. Oh well, whatever. Yes, you make your way out of the general store and down the road. Yes. Yes, you make your way up the familiar hills past the rows of wrecked houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Also, raccoon baby, but ditchlings in the sewer, ditchling, many ditchlings at the basement, and Wayne as well, here in the corner, creeping on us. So yeah, if you have talked to animals, you can talk to little raccoon guy here, and he's helping you get into the clinic. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. Huh. You used to be quite a lady Casanova in high school, and back in the day, you learned two things. First, that the second floor of a residential building is never locked, and second, the skills needed to take advantage of that security flow. No judgmental parents ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. We can get up there, go to the terrace. Just going through the clinic door, no one will see you. I like it better. Oh, but we can knock on Reese's basement windows. You cautiously approach the house, kneeling next to the low basement window of Reese's room. You knock. There is no one in there. Reese must be somewhere else. Yeah. You found at times that if you haven't wished to be seen, there's been nothing stopping you from remaining hidden. Graveyards, abandoned buildings, old tunnels. You've been in all sorts of strange and unusual places without incident. And for some reason, tonight Dr. Kelly's clinic feels no different. This is not being seen, like being able to hide your presence even if you don't wish to do it is such an introvert skill. You haphazardly make your way up the old wooden stairs of the clinic's wraparound porch, taking steps in strange patterns. To an outside observer, you might appear to be drunk, but there's an unconscious method to your conscious madness. Though even you would be hard-pressed to describe it, but there is no creak or moan of ancient wood as you make your way to the door. Silence. Whoop. I just managed to move my monitor. It's fine. You push the door open slowly and slip in. You can see the dog at the desk in some room down the hall. She hasn't noticed you. You shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you are free to explore as you please. Mystical. You can feel that hot sensation again. The nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here, and you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secret. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and towards the dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the light. Hi! The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Mortis, what are you doing in the morgue? I love this flirt option. It's just hi, like standing there awkwardly saying hi. It's great. Hi. Hey. Sorry, this must look kind of weird. I promise I'm not secretly dead already or something. Sometimes I just come down here to practice, rehearse. If you are a living corpse, that wouldn't be a deal breaker. We are going hard on him. I mean, you have to. You don't get any other chance to flirt with him. It's good to know. I'm still not, but I'm glad I haven't managed to scare you off. It's not often I get to meet new people. Especially new people I would like to get to know better. Is that so? His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Mystical. Use your words. Don't let this firewall consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Pearl Scarlet. Mystical. Examine your own body. You step forward and pulled out the drawer. But this is your own Furlan, co-baroness of the Scarlet Mines and local she-devil that it seemed no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. Look at her. She's been dead for a while. I assume she doesn't look too well, even for a corpse. Mystical. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of her life now dissipated, the same as your mother was, and the same as you will be one day. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. Why are the eyes not closed? Why are these open? You try to imagine what she may have looked like alive and breathing, slinging supple insults at the townsfolk, but it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. But we saw a picture of her in Tubby's office, haven't we? Making sure she didn't walk off? Poke her just to make sure. With everything going on lately, it's good to check. It's so weird that the first time I'm meeting her is like this. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. A judgmental zombie would be just my luck. Do you know how to check for signs of murder? She's totally faking it. I bet she's behind everything. I bet she is. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. A judgmental zombie would be just my luck. That would suck. Zombies are so overdone. If supernatural shit is gonna keep happening in Scarlet Hollow, I hope it's something more original than that. Oh, it's gonna be original, yes. But I will make sure the dog locks the drawer from now on, just in case. Having seen what there was to see, you slide the drawer back in and close it. Mystical. The mines had a stone carving the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Also, I love all these options. Why wall? Need sitting, but wall standing? Hey, let me inside without context. Oh, I need to get behind the wall. I know. I mean, there is a stone carving on the other side of the wall, and I need to see it. It's like it's a reasonable enough reasoning, I think, explanation. You wouldn't have to go all mystical on this, but yeah, I want these two. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency exit somewhere upstairs. I would just need to get the dog out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. I would like everyone to stop here and appreciate how down he is with a complete stranger just coming in here and breaking down a wall in their house. Like, what the hell? Get the dog out of our hair? Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she will drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. I mean, yeah. How did you learn that little trick? Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Yeah, I think I would do probably the same. Exactly. Yes, please, act now. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Yes. Wow, you're seriously desperate about that wall. I am. I'll make it quick. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour manner replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughed gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I will go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know we are probably busy. It's no problem, it doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm done, just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom, I will take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up, we don't have long until she's back. As you step out the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire exits, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I will show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her non-vacant office. I don't see an X in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. We are going to read these files in our hardcore run because we are going to get street smart, and we don't have to read them right here with street smart. We can just kinda, sorta steal them and read them later. So yeah, we are just going to move on. You turn around and leave the office as it was. Whatever those records were, they weren't an accident. You don't want to waste time looking through them when the carving awaits. The medical supply room is probably a good bet. A fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hall. There it is. There it is. Looks like it needs a key though. We'd better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops as if listening to something you can't hear. Pete, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close. The creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. Yeah, come in. You make space and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling as she makes her way back down the hallway. We'd better wait a second, just in case. Flirt. Flirt with Reese, yes, yes. You're momentarily distracted from the danger at hand by Reese's sudden closeness. It's almost strange to be here with him after the way he was hidden away from the first few days of your week in Scarlet Hollow. It made him into a seemingly mythical figure, the tragic artist wasting away in a basement, guarded by a tyrannical warden. Now he's right in front of you, a flesh and blood human being, one you could reach out and touch if you so desired. I think we have a hot option somewhere. Oh, but where? There is no one I would rather be stuck in an enclosed space with. Reese stands as his eyes start to you. You can tell that he is trembling slightly in the gloom, the air between you practically vibrating. You mean that? Oh yeah, here is our hot option. Smile and nod, because this is the hottest thing you could do, right? Oh. You smile and nod, your eyes sharp with interest and passion. He seems to stumble, almost like his knees gave out slightly at the sight of your smile, leaning his weight on the doorknob in his hand to stop from falling out of the closet. The door shakes slightly from his nervous grip. Poor guy, we're cornering him so bad. Oh, I get it, I'm still dreaming. Oh. Reach out and touch me. Oh yeah, touch me. Reach out and touch me if you don't believe me. Reese does as you say. He's trembling and reaching out to your shoulder. He barely touches you, as if he is afraid you will shatter if he is not careful. But he doesn't take his hand away. It hovers there, his fingerprints caught even through the fabric of your clothes. So you are. His eyes shine in the darkness, fixed on you. But before either of you can continue, the doctor's footsteps once again echo down the hallway outside. So, can we talk about how poor guy thought he was only hallucinating us? Like, just not believing that we were a real person in his life. And if we take out the romance aspect of it, like, just in general, meeting someone new, I think would be exciting enough. But the fact that he can't really separate his hallucinations from reality, like, what the hell? Poor guy. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We are in the clear. Let's go. The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. A flirt. Oh, I was having fun in there. All these flirt options, like, they are so, like, all just shoved in, like, every opportunity, just flirt with him. Because you have so little time with him, you know? They have to shove it somewhere. But it feels so strange that you are going on so hard on him, like, you just push yourself. Oh, I was having fun in there. Reese pauses his search, barely glancing back to you, but you still see pink blossoms on his cheekbones. Poor guy. I mean, just imagine how intense this is to him. We could always spend more time together later, once we're done sneaking around. Yeah, I would like that. If the dog hasn't kicked you out by then. If you haven't eaten the dog bite. He turns away, continuing to riffle through drawers, trying to hide the grin that spread across his face at the suggestion. Bebe! That is handily. You watch while he riffles through drawers, content to let him figure it out. Soon there is a jingling of keys, and he turns to you, victorious. There we go, they're even color-coded. She made this too easy. Reese pauses to look at the plant on the table. Here, plant on the table. It was weird of her to drop that off, right? Why would she put some alien-looking fruit in the supply room? She's not a pharmacist, she's not supposed to make her own medicine. This room is for storing stuff she orders from an actual pharmacist, and I doubt it's decorative. Who cares? It is weird. Maybe we should do some snooping. Maybe there's some information it's somewhere in here. There is, but we can't find it right now. We need to be smart for that as well. Let's take it with us and look it up later. We could always eat it and see what it does. Yes, I mean, we could always eat it and see what it what it Sorry. I'm not gonna be the one to try it, but I'm taking this. We're so lucky that we are hot. He shoves a berry from the weird plant into his pocket. I will meet you down there. We're gonna come up with something to cover for the noise, okay? He hands you the axe and you make your way back down the hallway towards the morgue. You follow Reese's instruction once again, starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there is no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I will let you know where dinner is ready. I'm sorry. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Well, now, yes? Well, let's do it. May I make the first blow? You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken up. I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. No. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken up. Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. That's an explanation for that, sure. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of the wall. Well, now, yes. Have at it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There is some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit! The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This is wide. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Why is this place hidden away? Someone doesn't want us to find these carvings. I wonder if it's whoever put them there or if it's someone else. I think we are looking for is just ahead. Yes, there. I'm probably going to pass out when we find this thing. Don't be too worried about me. I'll be fine. I will, but it's fine. Someone doesn't want us to find these carvings. I wonder if it's whoever put them there or if it's someone else. Whatever the reason, they went to a lot of effort to hide this one. I wonder if the doc even knows about this thing. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to a sawdust. You tear into it. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you would leave me here forever. So he's Enoch? They say there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. With the legs? Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. So the injured man is Theodore? I've been doing my own research and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. Anything? Not just his leg, anything. I went to talk to the witch. If you remember, from the haunting, there was the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright, it's all sorted. We are taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. So it took a week to make the whatever he was doing, and we are here for a week in Scarlet Hollow, so I assume that for the end of the week we will have to resolve it somehow, like we only have 1 week to put an end to this. That's right, Doctor. At this point I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was who claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him, wasn't even paralyzed as it turns out. So Teddy was actually paralyzed, but a week passed and his legs magically recovered. So now Enoch tells the doctor that it wasn't actually Theodore, just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. So everyone thinks Theodore died at the collapse. Everything goes black. Yes, thank you. So that's why we think that the entity, I think that the entity might be somehow related to Theodore because it told in the vision that we saw at the haunting. So the entity told to Junior that he should use his 2 good legs. So maybe it has something to do with it. Your vision swims back into focus and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You are in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Also, this is the other side of the room that we haven't really seen the first time. Oh, look at the little figures. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. Oh, there are paintings on the stair as well, like on the wall of the stair. That's so cool. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on us? No ghosts? How did I get here? Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? I had a vision. You didn't call an ambulance? No. How did I get here? I carried you. Wish I'd been awake while you carried me. But you have a delicate constitution. You have. I could always put on a repeat performance if that's the sort of thing you'd like. It's so bad. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. Thanks. I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Sometimes, you say sometimes, I think all the time. I mean, you don't have them actually, but you think you have them all the time. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. Yeah. I think the carvings are trying to warn me about something. My family has dark secrets. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Whatever these visions are, they are making me very suspicious of my family. These carvings are clearly drilled into some big gas bucket that keeps giving me seizures. No. I think these are visions of the things that actually happened. Wow, I wonder if you'd seen anything else if you went back in there. Or if there are more around town. Maybe if you collect them all, you will finally unravel whatever the big mystery is. Seems fun. I wonder how much more, how many carvings are there? How many left? I should probably get going, so what now? Dr. Kelly should look me over, remain silent. So what now? We might be stuck down here for a little bit. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, the strange plant thingy that we wanted to eat, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. Why did your mom poison you? I don't know. But the internet says this is castor bean. It's used to make ricin, a super deadly poison that causes some of my exact symptoms. And death, usually. The thing I can't figure out is whether she's been trying to kill me slowly, or if she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. Ricin is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough doses, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. Yeah, I like it more when you actually find the notebook of Dr. Kelly, because these, it seems far-fetched, but sure. No matter what, we should get out of this basement soon. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she will do when she finds out. With your evidence, you should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cops, but a cops. Like, he don't have any evidence. We need to get you out of her. Who knows what she will do when she finds out what you know. You don't even know anything, but yeah. Where would we go? The only person I know who has a car is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I got out of this house, I don't know how I make sure I don't wind up right back down here. Yeah. You can stay with me if you want. Yes. As long as you're not allergic to cats. I live with a cat named Truck. He's terrible. No, I'm sure he's fine. Every cat is a nice cat. Truck? That's a great name. I've never had any pets. I hope it's not too late for me to learn how to be friends with a cat. It's an exciting thought, living in Budapest with you. Yes. He smiles, his eyes distant as he imagines the possibility of such a life, undoubtedly for the first time. Thanks, Mortis. You have no idea how much this offer means to me. But I guess we've still got to pass some time before we can get out of here. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. You could always draw me. What if your mom doesn't fall asleep? You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited the title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rear view mirror of the rest of my life. If she doesn't fall asleep by 10, we can figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which she always said was for burglars. Now I assume it was yet another way to keep me boxed in. But we can try to break them anyway. Now, you can choose the flirt option for him to draw you, but if you watch the movie with him, then you get more flirt options there. Do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably something that will help me ignore my mounting anxiety. I'm chill with whatever. We are going for the movie. I believe you owe me a showing of Shinachi Death Blood. I believe I do. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people will react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs had been poisoning her son since his teens. Yes. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they are all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then wind up tying back into the narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I will be able to do things like this from now on. Just put on a movie and hang out with people I like. He trails off, his newly energetic and chatty demeanor once again replaced with his usual shy, tense self. But you can still tell there is something different about him now that he hasn't had his daily dose of poison. Mystical. Something is changing inside of him. Reese, you feel different, like your whole person is changing. Is everything okay? No, we are going to flirt. Hold his hand. Yes. As horror begins to unfold on the screen, you inch towards him and rest your hand lightly on his. He practically jumps out of his skin at your touch, but he doesn't move away. His face is still turned away from you, staring intently at the screen, but he grips your hand, his grip more confident than before. It's warm now, the skin dry and smooth, loose on his bony knuckles. He is shaking slightly. Your hands are soft. Yeah, thank you. They are. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, maybe? Little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible! Cosmic horror in the truest sense. And also, I mentioned in one of my previous videos that this movie, Shinachi, is based on a real movie named Noroi. And honestly, I watched that movie only because of Reese. So yes, and it's a good movie. You should watch it. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he is dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. Mystical. It's more than just something that's changing in Reese. It's everything. There is a knock on the window. Why? Why do I not get to... Why? I don't really understand why is it, but in some cases you get to watch the movie a bit further and you get another flirt option with Reese. And I don't understand why I wasn't getting it here. Wayne got here too early. I don't like him. Wayne, go home. Go home, I want to flirt. Mortis, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. But I want to flirt, Daddy. Why are you here? I haven't called you to pick me up yet. That voice, I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposed shatterproof window. Enemy is upstairs, enemy is outside. We are surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Why did he call you that thing? You're being weird. I don't need you to protect me. I think you might be overreacting. Okay, before this, another tea break. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. No, we don't trust him. Why did he call you that thing? Because he's some kind of monster and he wants me dead. Can't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Mortis. The window shatters. As Reese stares at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I will pull you out. Leave us alone. Also, take a look. In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes as it manifests. The broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. And this is why I bought the game. Like, I was watching videos of it, and in the first episode, after watching the first episode, I was like, oh yeah, okay, it's a fun little game. And after the second episode, I was like, oh, I don't know. The third episode with the ghost was like, okay, yeah, it's going somewhere. And the fourth episode, this one, with Reese, I was like, okay, no, I have to buy it. And yeah, Reese is the sole reason why I bought this game. I think that it may have said some things about me, but you know. Stay where you are. Yes, thank you. We aren't safe, but I feel strong now. I think I can save us. Stay here, I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Just this scene with Reese and the dog can go so many ways. I love it. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his smears. Yes, we have to call Tubby for help because of reasons that you are going to see. You dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? I'm at the clinic. I think the Colonel is in danger. No. What do you know about Reese? Reese transformed into a monster. Reese is gonna kill his mom. Clinic, emergency, scary. No. What do you know about Reese? The dying emo kid? Just that he's been dying for like a decade and he smells weird. Why do you ask? Oh, are you hanging out with him? I'm generally of the mind that you can see whoever you want, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I'm coming to pick you up. Clearly you need a chaperone before you make any decisions you will regret. Did you know that he can transform into some kind of monster? Because he can. Noted. I love Tabitha. We just... Oh, okay, yeah. Noted. Like, check. Okay. I wrote it. You know, I have my note of it. Yeah. Acknowledged. Your cousin hangs up the phone. You're not sure who to have. Best to follow reason. See how things play out. Yes. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! What? Where? Don't tell me what to do. What? Where? She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There is only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing past your ear. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. Looky! He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, giving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you... No, how did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Wayne got in. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint rolls out between cracks in the wood. Reese is panic pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. Also, looky! He has his little, I don't know, it looks like a rat's ear, but it's so cute. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Cully makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run after the doctor. Okay, run to a nearby room. I think. You rush out of the main entryway, taking cover in the first room you see. Few seconds pass. Things are quiet. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. She has been preparing. You, Mortis. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived. What's going on? What the hell is your son, ma'am? I'm sure we can handle this. I'm not helping you. You were poisoning him. You deserve to pay the price. What, so you can keep poisoning him forever? Christ, is that how this happened? You helped him sleuth that out. I didn't really, I promise, I haven't done anything. I even wanted to eat the evidence. Well, good job. Now you get to see why I would choose to give my own son little doses of poison every day. If I don't, it turns into a murder machine. Well, he only wants to kill you, though. Now listen to me. You're in the medical storage room, right? I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't gonna cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Mortis, you don't have to do anything, she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in the basement. Or maybe someplace even worse and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. Well, what would be if you wouldn't kill her? Like, I'm not going to let you kill someone, Reese. I got you. Your anger is... I mean, you have every right to be angry, and yeah. But what about not killing her? Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know those tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese, I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself whatever lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance, and you decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now that the consequences are staring you in the face. Enough! Oh, you saw it? There was a little yellow sparkle thingy coming up from the sleeve. If you have keen eye, the game actually tells you that it's there and you can inspect it more. But it was there. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I will handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. To stagger off down the hallway. Wayne is just so funny with that cloth over his face. We grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. No, I'm not grabbing them because we won't need it because we are hot. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. There, little smear. She stomps on it, painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Oh, the X-ray room. That was after I realized this whole situation was a possibility. I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad it would finally come in handy. So she was preparing hard. Let's talk, Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. Have you tried shooting him with silver bullets? Just curious. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I would be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. Okay, Dr. Kelly. The thing is that you had the opportunity to do that. Like, you know, instead of lying to him and trying to suppress him, basically, because that's who he is, you could have just, you know, tried to make him understand, like talk about it, and maybe he would have needed some anger management, like training or something, you know, because he most certainly have issues with that. But it could have worked and you would have been able to examine him, you know. The only thing you would have to do is not lie to him and not poison him like a reasonable mother would have done. But yeah, it was your choice, I guess. But he seems pretty hellbent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that will just have to remain a mystery. Guess why? And when did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra, thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder, had him checked out at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off or maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. Is that similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. This just kind of happened? I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. So Mom got effed by her sleep paralysis demon. That's what happened, basically. But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. 12. How young is that? Also, calling it medicating is strong. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. In 10 years, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of years and a lot of drugs, probably, to have only 3 to 4 incidents like this. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different. And I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There is only so much I can do to control him. Mother, why? Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighed. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. Excuse me. Would you mind trying to say this sentence slowly and trying to put together what you just said? You just told me poisoning your son is not poisoning him. Am I getting it right? I was medicating his illness. Come on. It started when he was around 15. 3 years after she just realized it. I've been giving him increasingly high doses of clonopine, but his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. And I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. Who approached you and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. But screw it, I might die tonight. Sure, I will tell you. It was, and that's all I have to say about that. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And you sure heard that little static when it cut off. It wasn't me misclicking. So the thing is that she told us who it was, but we just somehow didn't register it. You know, our minds didn't pick it up. And that's all I have to say about that. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you can say it like that. Yeah, you could say that, yeah. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I would be ready. But he made me love being a mom. Until 12, I guess. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever, no matter what. Kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worse. This is part of being a mom too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. Yeah, you can make sure of that other ways. This is not the right solution, mother. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's a clue number 1. Yeah, but you deserve it. Let's be honest, you deserve it, and you're going to die on my next run, just so you know. It's not like he's usually a violent kid, he mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happened any time he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot-tall monster with a million teeth and rips somebody apart in the middle of a metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah, but I mean, you could have prevented it. You could have prevented him become dangerous if you would have just handled it correctly, you know? He's indeed a menace. No, that doesn't mean he's dangerous. I mean, you are the biggest threat to him. Yeah, that's true. Why not just kill him? Oh yeah, we should ask this because then, yeah. He's been kind to me. What you're doing is difficult. Don't you think it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy? I can fix him. No. We're going to ask why not just kill him, but only for information. We don't actually want to kill him. You think I haven't tried? You see? And she has the audacity to tell him she loves him. Like, what the hell, mother? What the hell? Why? When? How? Why? And you don't, yeah, like, what? How can you even say it out loud that you love him after this? Like, what? At the very least, poison isn't the way to do it. I haven't resorted to any violent measures. Maybe if he was weak and they knew where to hit him, somebody could do it. Like, how many thought have you put into this? But I just can't bring myself to do that kind of thing to him. I couldn't look him in the eye while I did that, and then he would be gone. I don't want him to be gone. He's my kid. I love him so much. Like hell you do. He has a lot to offer the world. Even if he's stuck in his room for the rest of his life. He don't have to be stuck there. Yeah, leave it at that. Flirt with... We can flirt with... Sure! That was the game plan, both short and long term. Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here, then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. Don't you think that's a bit too late for that? I mean, convincing him from about your perspective of things. Don't you think that's a bit overdue? And if you can, has that worked before? Find a way out that kills you. Going to lock him away. Has to be some other way. Just kill him. Sarcasm. I see no flaws with this plan. Sarcasm. That's so Scarlet of you. Thank you. It's okay. I know it's not a perfect plan. But it's better than the alternative of being torn to shreds by my own kid. Or having to figure out how to kill someone I love who may or may not be unkillable. Woman. While we are at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. You should have talked about it with your own son. Come on. You know what? Yes, we are going to flirt with you, just so you can see that we betrayed you and haven't even brought the tranquilizers, and we are not going to let you shoot your son. How about that? So now that I'm in on all your secrets, I guess we are kind of a team, huh? Kid, you are at least a decade too young for me. Aww. And we can't be a team because of that? Bluff you then. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. How cool is he? Look at him go. Wait. Look at him go. With all his meal. His little army. Is this what you were so afraid of? Yes, 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 it was. Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. No. But you didn't take the tranquilizers, did you? Romance! Yes! Yes! We'll start a romantic arc with the character we are talking to, and we'll lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. But I think you can still flirt with them afterwards, but you can't romance anyone else. Yeah, and you can also break up with them. I think right after you romance Oscar, you can immediately break up with him, and that's funny. That's cruel, but funny. Oh, tame the beast. You could tame him platonically, but no, we are going to romance him. You step forward. Loki! Place a calming hand on his face. She's only doing this to protect herself. Show her you are not a monster. Back down. Someone has to stop this cycle of violence. Let it be you. She loves you, Reese. Leave now before you do something you regret. Does she? Revenge only feels good in the moment. Don't become a murderer. She's only doing this to protect herself. Show her you're not a monster. Back down. But he stammers, his unnaturally stretched mouth struggling with the word. For God's sake, Mortis, get away from him! He stares up at the woman in the doorway behind you. There is something pained in his expression beyond the rage he feels for her. Reese's gaze returns to you, sadness in his eyes. I'm not a monster, poor baby. Also, you can see where Wayne touched him, his shoulder. That's the thingy. Also, Loki. And then a shot rings out. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner, traces her weapon on Reese's writing body. I promise, Reese. I wasn't the one who called her, okay? Okay, it's not my fault. Okay, you may wonder, but Mortis, if you want to romance him, why have you done it? Why would you do this to him? And now, let me show you why, because this is great. What the hell are you doing, Mortis? Get away from that thing. Also, look at poor Reese. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. We can romance him again. Same Reese. We are double romancing him. We romanced him and then betrayed him, but we are romancing him again. You step forward, filling the space between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he sits propped against the wall. Out of my way, Mortis! That's my boyfriend, don't you touch! Yes! He's your what? Yes, Tabitha. I spent about, I don't know what, like 5 hours with him in total. I've only met him yesterday, and and it turned out like 10 minutes ago that he's some kind of beast boy, monster baby. And yes, it I draw the conclusion from all this that he is my boyfriend. Did he agree to it? Not at all. But he is my boyfriend. I love it. It's just such a pile of nonsense, but I love it. Back off, Tabitha. This is none of your business. Let me handle this. Oh, sure, because you were doing such a good job. That thing was about to eat my cousin. That thing is my son, Miss Scarlet, and despite appearances, he's still human. Don't talk about him like he's some wild animal. Quick, Mortis, he's fixing himself. You don't know what you're doing. Get out of the way or I will have to make you. Oh, poor baby's shoulder looks so bad. Her threat is interrupted as Reese scrambles past you, knocking Tabitha's gun to the side and stumbling down the hall towards the entrance to the clinic and the freedom beyond. Poor baby. What in the ever? What's his face? He pauses for a second, staring longingly back at you from his almost all-ruined face. Baby! And then he's gone, his mirrors leaving with their creator. Shit! The three of you charge down the hall after him. But he's long gone, the door to the clinic hanging open, the night beyond seemingly empty. Great job, Mortis. Hope keeping your boyfriend safe was worth setting a monster free on the unsuspecting populace. If you'd just gotten me the tranquilizers, this would have all been over by now. What if you're wrong? Reese is beautiful and unique. That's a way to phrase it. The world is better with him in it than with him dead or locked away. And he would have been locked away forever. He can learn to live like this if you just let him. He's human too. He deserves freedom like anyone else. You don't have to worry about him. Say nothing. You both are wrong. Wiz is beautiful and unique. The world is better with him in it than with him dead or locked away. Better in what way? He's just going to go around eating people. No, he won't. He's a nice guy. I don't know. Maybe Mortis was right to protect him. I was, thank you. Maybe I've been contributing to all this. You think? Do you think, Mother? Do you think? The two of you should leave. He left behind quite a mess for me to clean up, and I need some time with my thoughts. Not a word of this to anyone, or there will be hell to pay. Tabitha grumbles. Come on, Mortis, let's go. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked, among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. Shit, let me think. So if you kept Gretchen alive, if you saved her, then Gretchen would come to you and lead to you, Stella. Also, if you have talked to animals, you can, as I mentioned before, you can talk to the group of dogs at the library, and they also go and search for Stella and lead you to her. And also, I only heard it. I don't know if it's true or not because I never got to get it. But I read that if you have a good enough relationship with her, then she's going to text you where she is. But I tried many times and I never got that. So I don't know if that's a real possibility or not. But in this case, Tabby is going to lead us to her. It's a long shot, but there is a place that might be worth checking out. We are going on a hike. At your age, Tabby? At your age? After a bit of a trek, you and Tabitha stop by the edge of a two-lane road near the town limits. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God! She sounds more exasperated than relieved. How did you know she'd be here? It's where her parents died. She ran off after we saw a ghost last night. It just made sense that she would be here. Because Tabby knows her well. Better than Kanika. You should go talk to her. She'd probably be glad to see you. Yeah, you should go. I don't know. We've got baggage. I would just make things worse. No, you're right. She's been practically begging for us to be closer than we are. It's time I stopped letting my dead mother dictate who I'm allowed to talk to. But I'm not talking to her alone. We are doing this together. You got it, Debbie. I'm here. I'm here for you. Oh, oh, poor Bebe. Look. Like, you can compare them right here. Look how much older she got. Oh my god. Poor Bebe. The two of you join Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. God, Tabby, that ghost really did a number on you. I'm so sorry. You had Mortis worried all day, you know? Went all over town looking for you. And it looks like you got into some trouble too. Mortis, you're all covered in blood. I think a lot of it's paint, actually. Paint? What? This is where your parents died, right? Yeah, that's why she's the way she is. And yes, it's very tragic and traumatic. There is no wonder she's so closed up as she is. But you know what I don't understand? How did a truck like caused that kind of accident? Like how did the top of their car just got chopped off? Like how did that happen? I'm not sure I understand that. But the other thing I was thinking about, she was so young, and it happened what about 10 years ago as well. So who raised her? Like, was she just left alone in the family house with all her memories and trauma and everything just processed by herself? Because if she was, then no wonder he ended up the way she is right now. Like, there is no way you could process that alone. Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah. Just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you. The wind rustling in the leaves and the sound of night insects carry on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened though. That's probably for the best. Debbie, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. I have years of my life that I don't even remember, but that was because I worked so hard and such long hours, and I had multiple jobs. So I had nothing else with my life. I only worked, and I really don't remember anything. So yeah. Did I do something to push you away? Oh, poor Bebe. No, all you wanted to do was talk to me, but Portland wouldn't let you near me. Oh, give it a sign. That's not true. I was an adult when the accident happened. It doesn't matter what Portland wanted. Then it wasn't about 10 years ago. When was it? She seemed so much younger in the cutscene. I don't know. Because they are about the same age, so if Tabitha was an adult, then Stella had to be an adult as well. I need to stop hiding under my mother's coat every time I make a bad decision. I pushed you away, Stella, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Debbie, I miss you. I miss you too. Poor Pepes. Still fuck Perlando. No. Yes, the Dead Moms Club for bringing us what? You know what? Yes, sure. Yes, to the Dead Moms Club for bringing us all together. To the Dead Moms Club. To the Dead Moms Club. See, they're appreciating my bad humor now. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they are coming. Do you want to say goodbye? Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breath slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She is silent again, as if waiting for a response. No response comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I kind of grabbed myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it, you two. Stella straightens up, stretching her back. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. Before we go, we should tell you about what happened today. No, we really don't have to tell you about that. She doesn't need to hear about this tonight. She doesn't need to hear about this ever. Like we promised not to tell it to anyone. You keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself, at least for now. The three of you make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. Thanks again, you two. Come on, Mortis. I think there is a carton of ice cream with the Scarlet name on it. Tabby, wait, before you go. Oh, look at them. Pepe. Stella wraps your cousin in a tight hug. Oh, don't be a stranger, okay? Never again, I promise. Yeah, we brought them back together. I'm so happy for them. They are such a beautiful couple. And they need each other so bad. They do, yeah. You and Tabitha quietly return to the estate and make your way to the kitchen, where she pulls out 2 pints of banana chocolate chunk. She puts one on the table and wordlessly thrusts the other into your hand. So you helped yourself to a little mac and cheese at some point. You noticed. Thank you. I know I had 38 boxes when you showed up, and I'm down one more than I should be. Why are you keeping track of this? What? It's because you don't have money, right? So you have to portion everything, right? It's because of that. Yeah, so what about it? Somehow I can't find it in me to be pissed at you about it. Too much stuff going on to care, I guess. Oh, that's good, thank you. The two of you stand in the kitchen quietly eating banana-flavored ice cream while Frou-Frou pours gently in her sleep nearby, an oasis of calm. But as Tabitha's spoon scrapes the bottom of her empty pin, the moment ends. Alright, I'm off to bed. You should try and get some sleep too. Here's hoping tomorrow is uneventful, right? Thanks for this. Thank you, Tabby, for not being angry at me because I ate half of your banana and chocolate chip flavored ice cream, and also eating a box of mac and cheese and eating your old takeout. Thank you. Your cousin leaves for her room, your body breaking down from the stress of the day's events. There is nothing left for you to do but head to bed. Frou-Frou, sleeping key is so pretty. Also, who kicked the fridge? Why? Why would you kick the fridge? Don't you bang? Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. As your eyes sink, you realize that something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. You jolt awake as the door creaks. Wayne. Don't look so frightened. But you are in my room, dude. I was just going to say goodnight. And to give you a word of advice, okay? Tabitha won't be around tomorrow, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised as to what you find. Until then, sleep well. Wait, we are going to talk. If you intrude my personal space, you have to talk to me. Wayne pauses at the door. Yes? Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly I wasn't sure, but now I know. I should be able to make a quick work of him next time. Don't you lay a finger on him, do you hear me? He's my boyfriend. You've gotten so attached to him. What a shame. I don't suspect he's long for this world. What do you mean? Don't be so mean. Even if I don't put him out of his misery, someone else will eventually. We are going to live a happy and long life with our cat, Truck. So shut the fuck up. I'm sure your infatuation will fade with time. I'm sure you will fade with time. I thought you wanted me to stay this state. Aren't you going to lecture me? Why are you following me? Thanks for looking. No. Why are you following me around? Why not Stella or Kanika or Stevie? Why not Debbie? Because you're special. Why? Why am I so special? You simply are. Thank you. Now I understand everything. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They are unbreakable. No. Did like Reese give you a run for your money? I thought you might have done something. Oh, I thought you might have done something bad to Stella. I didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that. She won't be there if you need her. Yeah, I don't think she will be there though. But if we ever need him. Flirt with Wayne? Sure, why not? Why not? We can flirt with him, sure. Hot. I know things got steamy with Reese earlier, but I still only have eyes for you, big fella. No, we're not saying that. No, I just want to, tease you a bit. I want you. Oh no. Thanks for tucking me in. What? I missed you. No. You just can't stay away, can you? You must really like me. Oh yeah, this one. I do, and I'm concerned for you. No. I want to make sure someone is always looking out for you. And it has to be you. Think of me as something of a guardian angel, if you would like. I really wouldn't like that. I don't need you looking after me all the time, just so you know. Evidence would suggest otherwise. Whether you think you need protection or not, I will be there for you. I will always be there for you. Now that's freaking creepy. Just telling that's a red flag. I thought you wanted me to stay at this state. Aren't you going to lecture me? You are free to make your own decisions, and those decisions have been made. I know that something pulls at you, and I know that now you cannot stop until your task is finished. I will keep you safe while you do what you must. Seems like Reese gave you a run for your money. Wait, amidst a strange kind of coughing sound, you realize he is laughing. He managed to catch me off guard. Those constructions of his were an interesting little trick, but that's all they were. He won't be so lucky next time. Okay, good talk. I'm gonna go sleep now. Good night, Mortis. Bye-bye. Wayne leaves your room and closes the door behind him. The damp smell of the mattress. Why? How did he get in here? If he has to, walk in like every normal person, why couldn't he just disappear as before? He had to leave through the door. He's so creepy and strange. Okay. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the no daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, out in the woods somewhere, truly free for the first time in his life. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4! Woohoo! Yay! Okay. Now, these are all the chapters that have been released so far. We are going to do a hardcore run as well. Try to gather all the information we can so far from the story. I would like to hear all your opinions or theories so far down in the comments. Please share with me. I would love to know, because I may be way off with things. And after the hardcore run, I'm going to make a shorter video. Like, compared to these, it's gonna be short when I summarize everything that I could collect, every information and every theories of mine. And thank you all so much for watching, and especially watching this far. No one likes outros, so bye bye!